Hello, I'm Tiffany Brown-Bush, and I want to ask you a couple of questions. I was talking to my husband about just kind of the constant pattern that we find in struggles with our clients. And I thought, it's really important that we play connect the dots for our clients and just constantly take an opportunity to address how what you're struggling with may seem unrelated, but it's actually all related, and how we go about tackling a lot of these things, okay? So questions that I have that I want you to answer in your head, okay? Do you think you are weight loss resistant? Do you feel like you really struggle with getting weight to come off, getting the scale to move, and especially struggle with belly fat? Do you struggle with digestive complaints? So do you feel like you have irregular bowel movements? So constipated, going maybe 3 times a week, and that's oftentimes with laxatives. Bloating, gassy, episodes of diarrhea. Has somebody told you at one point or the other that you have IBS? Okay, so digestive issues. Okay, do you feel like there's some sort of hormonal imbalances? Right? So clients will have really challenging menstrual cycles, rough PMS, really moody, rocky days leading up to their menstrual cycle. They'll have fibroids. They've had those identified. They'll have hysterectomies, partial hysterectomies. You name it, anything kind of hormone related. Do these sound like you? Lastly, do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel stressed out? Do you feel anxious at times and, maybe profoundly sad or like not motivated to do anything? Are you on an anti-anxiety or antidepressant medication? So those are the questions that I want you to try to answer in your head. If that sounds like you, what I want to let you know is that the traditional kind of go to the gym, beat yourself up, roar, pick up something heavy and move it around, just run until you cannot run anymore approach to things isn't going to get you where you need to be. It's not the way to address your problems, okay? The weight loss resistance is actually related to the fact that you have digestive issues and connected to the hormone imbalances. So those are related. And no matter what you eat, I don't care how clean your diet is, if your gut is inflamed and you're not digesting properly or food is sitting in your body more than a day. I have some clients now that have bowel movements every time they eat. Constipated their whole lives. Every time they eat, they have a bowel movement. If you're not absorbing your food and you're having chronic digestive issues, none of the food that you're putting into your body is going to be able to be absorbed properly and assimilated into the muscle that you want to see, and you won't have the kind of toned look that you're wanting to have. If your hormones are imbalanced and you're eating foods that are exacerbating that issue, it does create a lot of distraction in your body, and it's a different kind of burden on your liver than the one that you want to be putting on your liver, which is trying to eliminate fat. How do our workouts tie into this? Because I think I've made enough videos about how my nutrition approach ties into this, and a lot of the naturopathic and functional medicine type things that I'm doing will help clients to alleviate these issues. And I think I've made enough videos about, the gut-brain connection and gut inflammation and how that plays into mood and those types of things too. So you guys, if you don't know that, go watch some of my videos, but you have an idea of that piece. How do our workouts play into that at Fit for Life? You have to be in a certain hormonal place with strength training to be able to put on muscle. For a long time, we were very Tabata oriented at the studio. We would do interval training and just Tabata training, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, because that would put clients in the right hormonal place to be able to lean out and put on muscle. We still very much believe in that, and we still utilize protocols like that, as well as metabolic effects protocols, all keeping in mind that our clients need to be as effective and efficient as possible in the shortest amount of time for a variety of reasons. The other thing is that we realize that most people are inclined, once they get going, to try to work out on a daily basis. So Justin will teach classes like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays that are very strength oriented, let's say. And then he'll offer personal training. On the days that he's not teaching, I teach classes that our clients can still do that will actually help to elongate the muscles and to reduce the likelihood that clients are going to bulk up too much. And we'll just kind of lengthen and elongate and not create the same kind of muscle damage and tearing that has occurred on the traditional lifting days. Okay. And then we've mixed in a lot of aerobic and cardiovascular work for fat loss. Our actual schedule is lined up so that a client could work with us most days of the week and not, other than being tired, not end up creating more hormonal distress and metabolic havoc. Whereas if you go to the gym and you lift weights and you hit the same muscles routinely, or you're just kind of doing the same thing, one, it's probably not effective. Running every day is not okay, and it's a great way to have a flat butt. Let me just say that. But it's all overuse. It's all same movements in the same plane, going the same way, and it doesn't put your body in the right hormonal place. So what we want to do with our classes at Fit for Life is line up our schedule so that the classes complement the personal training in the boot camp. And if a client wants to come back on a day where they've lifted and do cardio, like a Zumba class or a cardio dance class, they can. So that's how that ties into this piece of weight loss resistance, because if you determine that you're dealing with metabolic damage, some sort of adrenal fatigue, those types of things, your trainer needs to understand that and needs to be savvy about what that's going to mean for your fitness protocol, and understand how to line up your schedule so you're getting the right kind of rest. And it's really important that everybody who's on your team helping you take care of your body are on the same page. So if you answered yes to the questions at the very beginning of the video, you might need to reach out. You might need to email. If you're currently working with us and you're still experiencing some digestive distress, two things need to happen. You probably need to have an appointment with me. I'm just going to be straight up so I can help you figure out what's going on. And two, you actually can cause a lot of digestive distress and irritate your gut lining by overtraining. So you want to make sure that Justin's alerted to this. If you're currently working with us, if you're working with somebody else, you might want to keep this in mind, that high cortisol levels will irritate your gut lining and can create a scenario where you have gut inflammation, distension, gassiness, and problems with irregularity. And you know, that 1-2 punch can get you where you need to be. But I wanted to share a little bit about kind of the Fit for Life perspective on things. I think what we do is very different than a lot of what you can get out there. And I want to make sure you understand that you have a team that truly understands the science behind how to take care of your body. Okay, eat fit, move fit, think fit, and until next time, live fit.